What is up, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new video. Today I'll be ranking every single weapon in Battlefield 2042, every single primary weapon from worst to best. I recently unlocked tier 1 skin for every single primary weapon, so I've played with every weapon a decent amount. Take a note that this is with the current balance in the game, so maybe the PKP, for example, will get nerfed. I think it will get nerfed in the future, but with the current situation I think this top place is pretty accurate. And I wanted to ask you guys, what is your top 3 favorite weapons? I actually want your 3 favorite weapons and what you think is the worst weapon in the game, and I'm talking just about primary weapons. So let's get right into it. On number 19 we have the V-Car on the marksman class. I pretty much consider this a 4th secondary because it's just a pistol pretty much. It can work decent if you have a good trigger finger, but I don't really get the point of the gun because it doesn't work up range, even though it's a marksman rifle, and up close it does kind of work, but you can get outgunned by pistols, you can get outgunned by submachine guns. Pretty much any weapon you can get outgunned by as long as they start shooting first. So the V-Car, the only good thing about the V-Car is that it has 41 rounds, and that's pretty much it. So it's like kind of an upgraded pistol. On number 18 I have the shotgun, the MCS 880 shotgun. It could have been higher if it was a little bit more consistent. If you don't upgrade this shotgun the right way, you're gonna get a bunch of hit markers with it, especially against armors. There's a few upgrades that will make it get hit markers against armor, so that is pretty bad, and I didn't really like the inconsistency. Sometimes I feel like I'm right on target and I don't really get the one-shot kill. I know you have to perfectly stand still with the gun, but with the current map design as well, I don't think this gun is very good. For number 17, the DM7, also in the marksman class. The problem with the DM7 is that it is on the marksman class, so it should work up range, but in the current situation the DM7 has so much bloom that if you want to start shooting people from range, the gun becomes crazy inaccurate, which kind of makes it pointless, but it has kind of a nice 3-shot kill potential for like a specific range. It doesn't happen very often that you get in that perfect range though. On 16, the GVT, the lever action. I think this gun could have been placed higher actually, but I know a lot of people don't like it, and I understand why, because of the bullet drop. You don't really want to be sniping aggressively anyways, but it works well for aggressive sniping, so if that's the playstyle you like, it's good. For anything else, I wouldn't really recommend using it. On number 15, the DXR1. I actually, at the start of the game, considered this to be a better gun than the SWS-10, the other bolt action, but with the current state, the DXR1 is not really worth using anymore, and the reasons for that is that the rate of fire is extremely slow, and that's it. The SWS-10 has a faster rate of fire, and I don't think the bullet drop on the SWS-10 is that bad that you cannot go for long shots with that. So to use the DXR just for long shots, it could be worth it, but I still think the SWS-10 is just better in almost any situation for sniping, which makes the DXR a little bit more pointless to use. Number 14, this might be a surprise, the SVK. This used to be one of the best guns, but at the moment the recoil pattern on the SVK is made very strangely. It kind of has a weird, very kicky, I guess I would say, horizontal recoil, which makes the gun not very good anymore. But I would say it's kind of balanced in the current state, you know, because it still gets the 2-shot body shots. It's just a little bit weird to use and hard to learn, but I wouldn't say it's a weak gun at all. Number 13, the SFAR, or the SCAR as many call it. It's on the assault class. It's just the worst assault rifle. The good part about the SFAR is that it has a grenade launcher, which is actually extremely good. It's better than the standard grenade launcher you could put on the barrel. That makes the gun good. Other than that, the gun isn't really good. Definitely compared to the other assault rifles, it's not too great. Number 12, the NTW50, the one-shot sniper on the sniper class, of course. This gun could also be placed higher. but I didn't because the NTW, it's still kind of a awkward gun to use, and if you miss, you will get punished for it. I still disagree with this gun even being in the game because I don't like having one-shot body shot snipers, but that's just me personal, of course. Other than that, I think the gun is pretty good. You just need a very specific playstyle, and it will get one-shots up to 100 meters, so you kind of need to be up close to the enemies to get one-shots, but you don't want to be playing aggressive because the rate of fire is very low. On number 11, the PP-29. This used to be the best gun in the game, but with the current situation, I think all the other SMGs are actually better. Even the PBX. The PBX is on number 10, by the way. So they're kind of close, but the PP-29 having so much recoil at the moment, because they increased the recoil, I don't think it is that good anymore. You kind of want to be very close now with it, but the thing is you have the MP9 and the K30 for very up close submachine gun, so the whole point of the PP-29 is kind of disappeared with that. Besides that, it has 65 rounds, so you can go on a pretty good tear with it. So yeah, on number 10, as I said, the PBX. Kind of a all-round submachine gun. It can do up long targets, it can do up close. It can be kind of weak though, that's the problem. Even up close, it's not the strongest. You can still lose gunfights, for example, against the M5 and the AK-24. But what I like about the PBX is that it's kind of an all-round weapon, so you can use it on pretty much any on any map, but it's not the strongest. On number 9, the 12M Auto. It's on the shotgun class. I think this is one of the most underrated weapons in the game, because it's a little bit weird to use in a way where it's an automatic shotgun and it's not a one-shot kill. But I think once people start unlocking the drum mag for it, the gun becomes a lot better, and especially when they realize the gun is automatic, because I thought it was a semi-automatic at first, even though it's just auto in the game. It's actually extremely good. Just the maps don't really fit the shotgun type of playstyle, but if you're in the right situations in buildings, the 12M Auto can go on a tear. On number 8, the AK-24. This would be on number 1 or 2 one update ago, but the hit rate got improved and it made made a lot of other guns very good. Before the update, the AK-24 used to have like the best hit registration out of all of them, but now it doesn't shoot that strong anymore because the other weapons just feel better. It's still a good gun though. You can use it in any situation. It hits very hard, but it's just not as fast as the other weapons anymore, because of update 3.1. On number 7, the LCMG. Also a very underrated weapon, I would say. It's a little bit weird to use, it's very slow, and if you use the reflex side, the ADS is kind of strange compared to other weapons. Has a lot of muzzle flash, so it's hard to take out targets from range, but the recoil is very controllable. And of course you can have 200 rounds, so you can go on an absolute tear. Kills people pretty quickly up close as well. So I definitely recommend trying out the LCMG. I don't see too many people use it. But once you start upgrading the weapon, it's definitely worth to try it out. On number 6, the SWS-10. Overall sniping in this game is very good. The maps are very sniper friendly, and the SWS-10, I've used it a bunch and it's very satisfying to use. It can do everything. It has a pretty good rate of fire. The bullet speed is really good as well. In the beta it used to be really bad, but now you can get the hang of the bullet speed pretty well, I find. So you can take up targets from range, from mid-range, even close, because it has the sweet spot mechanic of course, but every sniper does that. So the SWS-10 is on the 6th spot. Number 5, the K30. I would kind of put this higher if the maps weren't as large as they are right now. If you want to use the K30 right now, you kind of have to move around the map pretty smart, but if you get in those close range gunfights, no gun is better than the K30. Maybe the shotguns of course, but the gun is absolutely insane. Very underrated as well. I get one frame by this gun so often, but yeah, you need to be in those close range situations to make it work. On number 4, the M5A3. Probably one of the most used guns in the game. It's that standard assault rifle that is always going to be good. You know, it's like kind of like the STG-44 in Battlefield 5 or the Sterngewehr 1.5. You know, those guns were always good from the beginning to the end of the game. And I have the same with the M5. Very satisfying. It does play more like an SMG than a assault rifle though. That's I would say maybe the only down part. The range is not the greatest on it, but other than that, the gun is absolutely amazing. It can outgun submachine guns up close, and with the low recoil you can actually beam players from a pretty decent range, even though it has quite a bit of damage drop. On number 3, the MP9. I was kind of debating with the MP9 and the M5A3. However, in the current situation, I think the MP9 is actually better. It kills super quickly, and with the low recoil you can take out targets from a pretty good range as well. So I would say it's currently the best submachine gun. With the map design you can almost use it on any map. The only down part is with the drum mag, with the K30 you get 150 rounds. On the MP9 you only get 100 rounds, and that's a pretty big down part. So sometimes you need to run ammo with this, or relying on your teammate of course to drop ammo. Other than that, I think this gun is absolutely insane at the moment. Number 2, the AC-42. This gun can, if you die by it, sometimes it feels like a complete sniper. With the current map design, it works great on pretty much any map. The only down part is tracking players, I would say. So if your tracking is good, you're gonna be a beast with this gun, but it's kind of hard sometimes to track players in this game with a burst gun. That's just a general thing. But it can get one burst kill so often, and you can put it on single fire mode, which makes it probably better than any of the DMRs that are in the game. So very multifunctional, and it can be an absolute beam machine. With the extended mag you have 39 rounds, so you can just keep bursting and slaying the enemy team. On number 1, the PKP. With the last update, this gun became from a pretty average weapon to, I would say, definitely the best weapon in the game. 200 rounds, low recoil, and it just shreds. You can keep on going. There's no overheating on the gun as well, which is kind of insane. So you can just keep going if you want to, and the gun just became absolutely insane. I see everyone using it right now. It's also nice for the campers, which I must say is getting pretty annoying. A bunch of pro players are using this, kind of like the MG42 from Battlefield 5. But yeah, the PKP, I don't really see a down part of the weapon besides that it's kind of slow, but with 200 rounds you can easily compensate for that. So yeah, that's my top 19 weapons of Battlefield 2042. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think, and I post guides with every single gun in the game, which attachments I use. So be sure to check out that playlist that I made. I don't have every weapon done yet for that, but soon we'll have a guide for every single weapon in the game. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I hope to see you in tomorrow's video. Let me know what your top 3 best weapons is and your number 1 worst. Bye.